Welcome back to another 1,000 Pound Sisters recap. Let's talk about season 7, episode 3. And in this episode, Amy gets arrested. In the beginning of the episode, the sisters go to the lake again to give Tammy another chance to try getting in the water. And she's successful. Yay! This is a huge major milestone for Tammy because she not only went swimming, but she fit inside a tube. And she's never been able to fit her body inside a donut tube. So she was wearing that donut tube with pride. And she went swimming in the water and it looks so much fun.
Fit it all the way down. Hey, Tammy said I ain't getting out of the water. Forget you.
And by the way, why does Amy fart so much? Like, what the hell is she eating? What the hell is her body doing where she needs to fart all the time? Like, that can't be healthy, right? Then Amy and Tammy talk about their skin removal surgeries, and then they talk about if they want anything else done, and Amy reveals that she wants a fat ass. She wants fat injected in her ass so she can have a bootylicious booty like J-Lo.
Like my flooper area, my boobs, and my ass. No, I'm just gonna get fat injected into it. I want one of those J-Lo asses.
Then all the sisters talk about Amy's new man, Brian, and they all like him. They think he's a nice guy, that he treats her well, and that he's amazing with her boys. But they do agree that she's moving way too fast.
Tammy, have you met Brian yet?
Yeah.
What do you think about him?
He seems okay.
He's a good guy, and he takes care of Amy, and he takes care of the kids. He is excellent with those kids.
He's like, let's go take a basketball. We'll go take a baseball, football, whatever.
Amy and I both have a hard time not rushing into relationships.
Then they turn their attention to Tam Tam and they're like, are you seeing anyone? And she's like, yeah, I actually am. And it's not a man, it's a woman. And they're like, oh, okay. And what I found interesting was Tammy said that she didn't feel right to move on with another man or to fall in love with another man ever since Caleb died. And then Tammy basically calls them just a tad homophobic. She goes, yeah, and I know y'all don't prefer people that are gay. And Misty quickly goes, it don't matter to me. And Tammy goes, well, okay, let me rephrase it. I know you don't like gay people, but you tolerate it. I was like, damn. They probably weren't expecting that.
It's not a guy.
Huh? Well, damn.
Amanda's really confused because she's like, why would I have a problem with it when one of my sons are gay? Like, I don't care if you date a woman as long as she treats you right.
You know, I'm really not sure why Tammy feels like we would have a problem with her dating a female. I have a son that's gay. I don't care.
Amanda let Tammy know that they do not care if it's a man or a woman or anything in between as long as they treat her well and that she's happy. So I don't know where Tammy got the idea that Amanda and Misty were a tad homophobic because I don't know, at least to me, it kind of seemed like they're not, or maybe they used to be and now they're not. I don't know. I found it hilarious when they told Tammy that they were actually surprised that she married a man in the first place. That they thought she was always going to be with a woman.
I'm so relieved knowing that my sisters are supportive of my choices on who I want to be with.
Tammy's super relieved by their support, and now she feels like, oh God, I forgot her girlfriend's name. Amanda? No, that's her sister's name. Ashley? No, she doesn't look like an Ashley. Jennifer? I don't know. I can't remember, but she feels like she can finally introduce her girlfriend to her family. Amy and Brian go to an axe throwing place, which, by the way, seems like a terrifying place to be. A place where people drink alcohol, get drunk, and throw axes?
I'm gonna wait back here until you're done with that.
Couldn't be me. No, thank you. Oh my God. They played a scene of Amy, Brian, and her boys going down the slides at this big indoor playground place, and they looked like they were having a blast. Her boys are so darn cute, and now I feel bad for judging Brian for being a creep. I saw somewhere on Reddit that he's a pediatric nurse, and that's why he's so good with kids, but then why is Amy saying that he's a news reporter? So which is it? Is he a news reporter or is he a pediatric nurse? Like, I'm so confused by this discrepancy. And either way, I still think it's way too early to move in with a guy after 1 month of knowing him. And it's not just her. It's not just Amy who's moving in. She's moving in with her boys who are very young. And not only that, you don't even know where the relationship is going. It's too new. It's too fresh. I just think it's so irresponsible when you have kids. And the way he's so persistent, can we talk about that? Whether he's a creep or not, he is so dang persistent and it's annoying. He's been asking her for what? Like at least for a while, okay? Because in the last episode, it had been 4 weeks since they were dating and he was already asking her to move in, which means that he had been asking her prior. And in this episode, she mentioned that they had been dating for 2.5 months. So that's about 10 weeks and he's still asking.
Things are going really great.
So will you move in with me?
Is it too soon?
So he's been asking and asking and asking and asking and asking for a while. Okay, and she kept saying no, and he's just been so persistent. Now remember, in the very first episode, she said that he was normally not her type, so he pursued her, but he kept being persistent, and so she eventually gave in.
Will you move in with me?
Even though it's a little early in our relationship to move in, I'm willing to try it.
This is a huge red flag. So at the axe throwing place, he is asking her yet again to move in. He's like, please, please move in. Where I live is perfect for you and the boys. My place is big. There's more room for the boys. The school system is better for the boys. There are more playgrounds. There are more museums for the boys, for the boys, for the boys. And she's like, yeah, well, maybe after we finish baby-proofing your house, I'll think about it. And then he mentions wanting another kid, a little girl.
I think the boys like it.
I hope so.
Then when we have a little girl, no.
Y'all, I'm trying not to go there. I am trying not to have my mind go there, but like, I know he could be a completely normal guy, but I just can't help but to see all the red flags. A red flag here and a red flag there. Here a flag, there a flag, everywhere a red flag. Then we see Chris taking Tammy to the doctor's office. And oh, by the way, off camera, she told him about her girlfriend and he is completely supportive. Love that. Oh my God, that flashback of Chris and Tammy at the doctor's office a couple years ago. Mind blowing. I keep forgetting how big they used to be. Chris then shows Dr. Smith. Okay, how unprofessional of me as a fellow doctor. Okay, I meant Dr. Smith. So Chris shows Dr. Smith his stomach and he comments about how fantastic his belly button looks, which I gotta admit, his belly button looks amazing. It looks so natural. Like, how did they make it look so real? Because a lot of them, when you look at before and after pictures, the belly buttons be looking weird. They be looking real funky, okay, and real fake. Also, side note, I Googled belly buttons after the scene, and you know how when you look at something for a very long time, or you look at it long enough and it starts to look very unnatural and very weird, like it's not a real thing? Well, that's what happened. I'm like, wait, I can't believe we have belly buttons. Like, we have this wrinkly little hole in the middle of our stomachs that serve no purpose. Dr. Smith asks Tammy how the quitting vaping is going, and she says that she hasn't vaped any nicotine, but she still vapes nicotine-free products only when she's stressed though. And Dr. Smith says that's still not okay. She needs to actually get off all vapes, period, before surgery. He goes over her blood work and her protein levels are still very, very low, and she needs to hit at least 90 grams of protein at least per day. Because if you don't have enough protein, then the surgery recovery is apparently going to be super, super rough.
Get your protein levels up. So in a nutshell, your protein is 5.9 and the bottom of normal is 6.
Damn, I should really see a nutritionist to see what I need more and less of. I mean, I already know what I need less of. I need less processed food, less fatty food, less fast food, less fried food, less sugar. Okay, never mind. I know. Now this is a scene that I've been waiting for. Amy, Brian, and her boys are at the zoo. They're in the cars and they're feeding the camels and the giraffes and the ostriches. Is that how you say it? Ostriches. And the camel bites Amy's arm.
He leaked on me.
What do you think? You like the safari park?
Ow! Ow! The camel just bit me.
And now initially when I heard about this news, I thought it was just a gentle bite, a gentle knob, you know? But no, it ripped her skin off. And not only did it rip her skin off, it ripped her flesh off, and like kernels of her fat were dangling out of her skin. It was so disgusting. Okay, they actually showed a picture of her arm. Oh my God. First of all, I did not even know that that was a possibility. Like, I didn't know that the animals could actually bite you that hard. If that's a possibility, then why are we feeding the animals from our cars? Like, that is insanely dangerous. I will no longer, ever, never be feeding an animal from my car. I will actually never go to the zoo because honestly, I am scared of animals. I am scared of animals because they are unpredictable. Even large dogs I'm scared of. Unless it's a golden retriever, but I know there are some aggressive golden retrievers. But yeah, like I'm actually scared of anyone else's dogs except for my own and except for the ones that I get to know. Oh my God, I wish I didn't look at the picture. I wish I didn't look at the picture. I was literally eating. Okay, I know a lot of people eat while they watch my recaps even, but I'm an eater while I watch my TV shows. And when I saw that picture, I spat out my food. I could not even swallow it. I lost my appetite. And by the way, note to my editor, do not insert that picture of her arm in this video. Okay. I don't want everybody unsubscribing and getting mad at me. But yeah, Amy is freaking out. She's crying. She's hyperventilating. Brian is wrapping her arm around because it's gushing blood.
What do we do?
Keep pressing on it, baby. Tight. Tight.
Brian starts zooming through the park looking for help.
They call 911. The ambulance arrives as well as the police because the police always come with the ambulance. They send Amy to the ER. She's getting treated for her arm. And then the police arrive in her room to cuff her. And she's like, why am I being handcuffed? The camel should be the one getting arrested. He bit me. And then she finds out that the popo found some marijuana in her car. And not just marijuana, they found magic mushrooms. What the hell, Amy, Slaton? What the hell are you doing high off your mind with your boyfriend in a car with your 2 young toddlers? Now, I know marijuana is legal in some states, but not in Kentucky. So now she's having the worst day ever. Not only did she get bit by a camel, but she got arrested and she's going to jail. And at first, all her siblings got the news that she got bit by a camel. And of course, they thought it was just like a little bite and they were laughing, making fun of her. And then they saw the picture of how bad it was and they started to feel bad. But then they found out that she got arrested for having marijuana and mushrooms in her car. And then they were pissed. And in the next episode, they're going to let her know how pissed they really are. And before I end this episode, let's do a little weight loss journey update. So you guys know I'm on GLP-1. I'm on Mounjaro, 7.5 milligrams. I've been on that dose for about a month. It definitely helped with food noise, finally. The lower doses did absolutely nothing. I was fortunate enough where I didn't feel any of the negative side effects, like nothing. I felt like, you know how you hear Ozempic, Mounjaro, and like Wegovy, Zepbound, like how people get really, really sick? I got none of that. Nothing. I felt normal. I felt great. I felt fine. But on the 7.5 milligram dose, I will say I get full very fast and I stay full for a long time, but I'm also very tired. And I think it has to do with me not eating enough protein. I'm not eating enough fiber, and I definitely need to add more of that into my diet. Now, just a little weight update. I'm very short. I'm 5'2", and I started at 227 pounds, 225, 24, around there. You know how like your weight fluctuates 3 to 4 pounds? So yeah, let's just say 225. On January 1st, 2024, I started intuitive eating and I really tried to cut out the binge eating as much as I could. And naturally, I did lose weight because I went from a daily binge eater to maybe once to twice a month binge eater. So from around January to September, I got down from 224 pounds to 196 pounds, around there. And then I plateaued. So October, November, December, I was 196. I didn't lose any weight. And then January of this year, 2025, I added Mounjaro and I lost so far from 196, I am 182. So I'm almost in the 170s. That's insane. Like, I can't believe it. I don't have a goal weight. I just want to like lose weight until I feel better internally. Like, I don't want to be out of breath. I don't want to be sweating profusely. I don't want my back to hurt anymore because my back still kills. Even though I lost, I can't do math, but even though I lost over 30 pounds, my back still kills. Oh, and in my last video in the comment section, a lot of you guys shared your own GLP-1 or your weight loss surgery, bariatric surgery. or weight loss journeys. And thank you guys so much. I loved reading all your stories. Even though I couldn't respond or heart your comments, I really enjoyed reading them. And thank you guys for being vulnerable and sharing a little parts of your lives with me. And I wish you guys all the luck, the best luck, okay? I want y'all to slay, all right? And I'm gonna slay. We're gonna slay together and get healthy. So yeah, with that, I'm gonna end this video and go and eat dinner. Tonight, I am having fish. I'm having cod in particular. I'm having a little bit of rice because I'm Asian, so I need to have rice to function. And I'm having some bean sprouts. I don't know if you guys know what that is or if you guys ever had it, but it's like seasoned with a little bit of soy sauce, a little bit of sesame sauce, sesame seeds, a little bit of Korean red chili flakes. So good. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching and chatting with me and hanging out with me. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Bye.